For my bench press workout today, we decided we were not going to use the bench shirt, but instead we're going to focus on a little bit of raw lifts and then adding some bands to really accentuate the lockout at the top. And as we got heavier, adding a slingshot or Widowmaker to kind of help us get the push off the bottom we want, so that at the top it was kind of like using a bench shirt where we're using really heavy overloads and trying to lock out against resistance. So started off obviously raw. We built up to 275 and then 315. First ones with bands, we went up to 225 plus the band tension, which for these particular bands doubled up, ends up being about 200 pounds of tension at the very top, obviously left at the bottom. So we're up to 315 and doing a few reps there, kind of getting the feel for it. 405 and went up pretty easy. The rep felt a little weird. I was trying to get into the right position. But by the time I got to 495 with the band tension, went pretty smooth. Got a good press, but decided that was probably as heavy as I wanted to go there. And so we went on to doing some tricep exercises. We're doing our rolling dumbbells. I think I warmed up with the 40s before I got to this, but then I had the 50-pound dumbbells. And these tend to really, they're a great exercise, but they put a lot of stress on my elbows, and it's awkward. I'm not very flexible, so getting back into this position, never feels great at first. But after the 40s, it felt a little bit better, so I do it nice and slow with the 50s. Started feeling a little stronger, and so I went up to the 60s, which sometimes is as heavy as I go. Once in a while, I go above it to the 70s, and that's what I did today. But the 60s felt all right, especially the first, 6 or 7 reps. The last couple, I started feeling a little fatigue in my elbows and getting a little tired, but I decided I was going to go for the 70s anyways. So wrap this up, grab the 70s, get myself ready to lift it. And with these, I always try to really focus on controlling them at first, because it's real easy if you relax your arms to just kind of dump them towards your head and get out of position. So nice and slow, try to get in position, really stretch the tricep, bring it down, and then when you bring your elbows back towards the back of your head, you really stretch the tricep all the way from the shoulder to the elbow, and then bring it back up, locking out at the top. It's a great exercise for building your tricep strength.